Please be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 1998. I am honored to welcome our administrators, faculty, family, and friends, and also the class of 1948. As we gather together today for the graduation of the class of 1998, it is an exciting time, but also a time of looking back and recalling all of our childhood memories. I can still remember the day we walked into our kindergarten rooms. We were timid, even a little scared, but our parents were there to hold our hands and guide us into the classroom, and our teachers were there to lead us every step of the way throughout the day. New friendships quickly evolved, and as the years went on, our worries and fears began to vanish. Just as we became comfortable with the people and the environment around us, we were on our way to a new school, a bigger school, a new chapter in our journey of life. As we prepared for junior high, we again became nervous. We came to realize that our parents would not be guiding us into the classroom as they had 5 years earlier. We were comforted by the fact that our close friendships would continue on, and our friends would be there to help us throughout the day. We soon came to realize that junior high wasn't all that bad. It was no longer necessary for our teachers to lead us through all of our endeavors, but they were always there to help when we needed direction. And then again, it was time for another school, another chapter. As we entered high school, our friendships were stronger than ever. At orientation, we frantically checked our schedules to make sure we had at least one friend in each class. The first day was scary, but fun. We were no longer guided physically, but mentally we had more support than ever. We formed friendships with our teachers and became more independent at home. It is now June 7th, 1998, and we are on the brink of yet another phase of life. This one holds much trepidation, but excitement for our futures. We will not only be leaving our school this time, we will also be separating from our family and friends. For that reason, this day holds a sadness for the closing of our childhood, but also leaves us with much excitement and anticipation for our futures. We now know that we are prepared for whatever challenges we may face because of the love, guidance, and knowledge imparted to us from our family, friends, and teachers. As we recall the past 12 years, we realize that we are not really leaving anything at all, for we have formed memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Isn't this great? What a wonderful day we have here. It gives me great pleasure to be able to welcome everyone here today to share in the celebration of the graduation of such a fine senior class. It's a class that has definitely earned the respect and admiration of this administration and our faculty, and has left a chapter in the history of Wadsworth High School that will be remembered and talked about for a long time. Academics is one area in which this class has excelled. I would like to call your attention to the first 3 rows of students. These students make up our honor rows. They have earned at least a 3.5 GPA all 4 years of high school. Generally, we have 2 rows of honor students. This year we have enough in this class for 3, and that's quite remarkable. Would the honor row students please stand, as well as those on stage? Thank you. I would like to further recognize 2 of these honor row students. Would Douglas Andrew Blank please join me? Doug has worked very hard over the past 4 years and has earned the honor of salutatorian. His high school activities included being a 2-year member of our National Honor Society, active member in Key Club and Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and extensive participation in drama, where he held many leading roles. He also helped publish the yearbook and was a member of our show choir. And this past year, Doug served as president of the Student Council. Doug was also on the Principal's Honor Roll of Excellence for 4 years and has earned an overall GPA of 4.483. He was the recipient of the East Ohio Gas Sunshine Leadership Award and the Goldstein Memorial Award. Doug was named Thespian of the Year for his participation in performances in drama and was an Ohio Board of Regents Scholar. Doug is here today with his parents, Kenneth and Deborah. Would you please stand? And would his brother, Derek, please stand? And the rest of the Blank family, please stand. Certainly all of you can be proud to know that you've contributed to Doug's success. Doug, I'd like to give you this medallion proclaiming your honor as salutatorian, and I now ask you to say a few words to your class.
Wadsworth High School, class of 1998. Welcome to the beginning. That's right, the beginning. Not the beginning of my speech, and hopefully not the beginning of a nap. I'm talking about the beginning of the rest of your life, because it's here. Each of us, when we walk across the stage and accept our diploma, we're not just acknowledging an end to our high school years. We're taking the first step towards finding our place in the world. And what are we taking with us? We're taking with us everything that makes today also an end. We're taking every moment of our schooling, the time spent in class, the time spent in this gym as a player or a spectator, the time spent at OJ Work Auditorium, the time spent doing homework, and the time spent with friends. We're taking knowledge that will be called on for use in the future. Mr. Greckney's trig equations, Ms. Rohr's grammar rules, Mr. Schmeltzer's chemical properties, and others. With these tools for success in our grasp, we will have the ability to accomplish our goals and achieve our dreams. Fellow seniors, you deserve all the recognition that you've received. You have earned the respect of many, but you've won the hearts of more. Some of you have received academic honors, others have been given vocational recognition. In athletics, we have among us league, district, regional, and even state champions. And as I look at those banners back there in the back, I notice that this is the first year since 1981 that we've had 2 varsity sports teams go to state in the same year. Congratulations. Our vocal music instrumental music, and drama departments have been showered with success. The State Science Fair and a National Art Show have also seen representatives of Wadsworth's class of '98. These stellar accomplishments, along with the greatest accomplishment of sitting here today and receiving a diploma, will guide each one of us to success if we put forth an effort worthy of success. When we sat here last Sunday and listened to the words of Reverend Pack, he stated that through good times and bad times, life goes on and life remains fulfilling. I want to reiterate this point. Life after this day will be no easier than life prior to this day, but if we persevere, the joys of life will outweigh the hardships we face. Some of these hardships will be minor, others will be more serious. But if you accept setback and deal with them, and throughout everything continue to be the best that you can be, you will find success beyond high school. Virginia Woolf, a British novelist, made this statement in the early part of the century: "One of the signs of passing youth is the birth of a sense of fellowship with other human beings as we take our place among them." When we take a step beyond high school, when we accept a diploma with a promise to use it, only then do we move past our youth. Many of us are choosing to take our place in an institution of higher learning, whether it's a university, college, or trade school. Others among us are choosing to enter the workforce immediately. Some classmates will be serving our nation in the armed forces, while others will be serving people around the world through missions. But wherever you take your place, remember that success will most likely come when you strive for your personal best. When we first gathered together in this gym 4 years ago at freshman orientation, we heard short speeches from faculty and administrators about staying out of trouble and doing our homework. We were all in the same situation, and we all followed the same basic course of action. But after today, each of us will begin to take different steps to reach different goals. Our goals, as well as the path that we follow to reach them, will probably be altered at least somewhat before we're satisfied. Our personalities, our likes and dislikes, and even our friends will probably change too in our quest to find ourselves. But once each of us has found his calling to society, that is when individuality and happiness is truly expressed. One of you will drive home tired from a long day at the insurance firm, but you won't mind. It's what you wanted to do. One of you will walk out of the service station wiping grease off your hands after rebuilding an engine, smiling, because it's what you wanted to do. One of you will wake up at 4:30 in the morning to walk to an open field in the country in order to have your canvas set up in time to capture the morning sunrise, because it's what you wanted to do. But it doesn't stop there. Your contributions to the world will not only satisfy yourself and the immediate consumer, your work will aid and possibly inspire the work of those around you and those involved with related projects. For example, if one of you designs a new processor for a better, faster computer, someone else will develop a monitor with a sharper image to complement the processor's performance. Someone else will have to prepare a sales pitch to sell the computer, and someone else must be trained to repair the computer. When you make a difference in some aspect of life, others will benefit from the opportunities gained from your work. Each of us now has the opportunity to find happiness in a different way and benefit society as a result. President Woodrow Wilson once said, "America is not anything if it consists of each of us. It is something only if it consists of all of us." If we choose to reach for our goals and are happy and proud of the lives that we live, then some of the most difficult hurdles in life after high school will be overcome. We can make that choice now. We can make it because we are now at the end, as well as the beginning. To each of you, I wish you good luck in achieving your goals and attaining happiness. I also wish that you never forget Wadsworth High School, and never forget the classmates and teachers that gave this place life. Go ahead. Remember the good and the bad. It all has a place in my heart. Don't forget the leaky roof around the courtyard. Don't forget Mr. Swires blowing into the PA microphone before making an announcement. And most importantly, don't forget your student ID, because it'll cost you 10 points. Thank you, class of '98, and thank you, Wadsworth High School. Your memories may fade, but they will never disappear from my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Doug will attend Case Western Reserve University this fall, and he'll major in civil engineering. Would Diana Jill Parker please join me? Diana has also worked extremely hard over the past 4 years and has earned the honor of valedictorian. Diana's high school activities include president of speech and debate, active participant in drama, very active in student council, served as secretary of her senior class. Diana was a member of the tennis team and was a member of the show choir and elite choir, and for 2 years helped publish the yearbook. Diana also served as an active member of the Ski Club, French Club, and Key Club, and she was a 2-year member of our National Honor Society. Diana was the winner of the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Award, Women's Leadership Award, Senior Thespian Award, and the John All Speech and Debate Award. She was voted the most outstanding English student at the high school and placed 3rd in a regional 4-way speech contest. Diana was recently chosen by the Akron Beacon Journal for a Gold Star Student Award, and Diana also received national recognition for her writing by the National Council of Teachers of English. Without a doubt, Diana is truly a remarkable young lady, and with all of her involvement, she was able to earn an overall GPA of 4.527. Diana is joined today by her parents, Mark and Chris. Would you please stand? And her brothers, would you please stand, Adam and Jeff? And the rest of the Parker family, please stand. All of you can be proud of having a part in Diana's accomplishments. Let's give them a round of applause. Diana, I would like to present to you this medallion to help commemorate your accomplishments as being valedictorian, and I ask that you would give a few words to your class. Congratulations.
Well, this is it. The end, the beginning, the date we have either been anticipating or dreading. Yes, here we are, the Wadsworth High School graduating class of 1998. Today you will hear Doug and I speak, but we are merely representatives of a competitive class filled with outstanding and successful students. 20 of you could be standing up here today, and I can only hope that I make you as proud as you have made me. I struggled with what I was going to say today. It's difficult because there are happy graduates in front of me, some confused and frightened seniors intermingled, and many tearful families on each side. There is much happiness, nostalgia, confusion, and anticipation here, and a lot of love. These past 13 years have prepared us for the future. We've been taught the basics of sharing and working together, respecting others, and not procrastinating. We've been drilled in algebra and geometry, biology and chemistry, and various languages and literatures. And we have also dealt with love, defeat, determination, and loss. Our classroom was the entire town, while teachers consisted of parents, friends, neighbors, and members of the community. And there was something special about where we learned these lessons of life. Yes, our beloved little Wadsworth. We all know Wadsworth is a small town. We all congregate for the Blue Tip Parade and Promenade. We read the messages on the window at Overlook School and watch as neighborhood children sell lemonade or rush to the visiting bookmobile or ice cream truck. We go to performances at OJ, craft shows in the square, and concerts. And every June, we gather in this gymnasium to watch another senior class graduate into adulthood. But wherever we go, whether it's Cleveland or Columbus, Athens, Oxford, West Point, or Paraguay, we will always remember this place and the lessons that were ingrained into our souls. We will hold deep within our hearts the indescribable security and sense of community provided by Wadsworth. We will never forget it. Some of us are dreaming of fame or fortune, nice cars and big houses. We're longing for excitement and risk. But when it all comes down to it, we should just be longing, hoping, and wishing to be happy. Phyllis McGinley wrote an essay entitled The Good Life, and in it she admits, "I used to think in youth that the good life consisted of a constant explosion of joys, a succession of prizes and great rewards. Now I realize all life is made up merely of days, and a good day is the most I dare define. Let it contain no unkindness, only a few homespun pleasures." McGinley tells us not to delay life, waiting for the unexpected or the thrills, but to concentrate on each moment, each second of this precious life. But the good life is different for each one of us. We decide what to make of our days, how to spend our minutes. Make each simple day count. Yes, today we're saying goodbye. The class of '98 is together for the last time. We have come so far, and yet we have so far to travel. In high school, there will always be cliques and social status and popularity. But maybe it's time to realize that whether you can spike a ball, earn a 4.0, paint a picture, or play an instrument, whether your talent is in carpentry, writing, or design, in cosmetology, business, automotives, or speech, whether you excel in athletics or academics, leadership, choir, or drama, or maybe if you're simply a good listener, a diligent worker, or a true friend, each one of you is special. Each one of you deserves what you dream for. Don't ever settle for less. Go out and reach as high as you can. If you fall once in a while, it's okay. It's simply part of the adventure. Your hearts are all unique. Your minds valuable to this world. We're reaching a boundary here, one which we will soon cross over. We came to this place together as one, and we will leave as 295 individuals, constructing our own lives and living out our own dreams. Because yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. To all the parents out there, I know it seems like just yesterday we were toddlers, like last week you were taking us to kindergarten on that first fearful day, holding our hands and drying our tears. Well, this part may be tough too. We might need a hand every once in a while, maybe a letter, maybe a phone call. There is a poem called Growing by Brooke Mueller I want to share with those we are leaving. I'm leaving now to slay the foe, fight the battles high and low. I'm leaving, Mother, hear me go. Please wish me luck today. I've grown my wings, I want to fly, seize my victories where they lie. I'm going, Mom, but please don't cry. Just let me find my way. I want to see and touch and hear, though there are dangers, there are fears. I'll smile my smiles and dry my tears. Please let me speak my say. I'm off to find my world, my dreams, carve my niche, sew my seams. Remember, as I sail my streams, I'll love you all the way. To all the mothers, we may be going far. We may not be here every day to converse, argue, laugh, and cry with. But as we take this journey, as we sail our streams, our hearts will always be here. Some of us today are filled with great sadness because this time in our lives has passed. But we will always have the memories. We'll have the state champions, the national qualifiers, and the undefeated seasons. We'll have the art awards, the band victories, the formals, the choir performances, and the vocational accomplishments. and we'll remember Grease and Grapes of Wrath every time we hear a familiar line or song. We'll be together every time we close our eyes. I'm honored to have been a part of this class. I feel privileged to have grown up with you, and I will miss you dearly. I take with me countless precious memories and wish you all the best of luck. May your lives be filled with light. May your hearts be filled with joy. May every day have a little of the good life. Over the years, parents, teachers, and friends have crafted your wings. It's time to fly. And to Wadsworth High School, thank you for the memories.
Thank you very much, Diana. In September, Diana will attend Northwestern University, and she will major in journalism. I think you can see that not only do we have two very fine students as valedictorian and salutatorian, but they're two fine young people. Let's give them one last round of applause.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, lost its gleaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening. In the road I'll stop and turn, then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end, and the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, I'll be homeward bound again.
This year at Wadsworth High School, we had two foreign exchange students And when I say your name, if you could please stand up. First, we had Tiago Oliveira, who's 17 years old, from Brazil. Tiago's staying in Wadsworth with Mr. and Mrs. Craig Boyd. He enjoys playing soccer and tennis, and he said that he came to the United States to become more independent. So hopefully his experience here helped him attain that, because when he returns to Brazil, he hopes to pursue a degree in either business or architecture. Thanks. Second, we had Mikko Ojala. Mikko is also 17 years old. He's from Finland. He's staying in Wadsworth with Mr. and Mrs. Michael Day. Mikko said that his brother, who was previously a foreign exchange student, encouraged him to come to the United States, saying that it was a positive experience. Fortunately, Mikko wasn't disappointed, saying that he enjoyed his time here because the students were friendly to him. And upon his return to Finland, Mikko has 2 years of high school and a half year of mandatory military time awaiting him, and Mikko also plans to attend college. It was truly a pleasure to have both Tiago and Mikko at Wadsworth High School this year. And from myself and the rest of the class of 1998, we wish you both good luck. Thanks.
I too would like to say good luck to our foreign exchange students, and we hope that you had memorable experiences at Wadsworth High School, and we hope that you'll serve as ambassadors for our school and our country as you return to your native land. We'll never forget you. I also have the privilege today of introducing to you the class of 1948. I always enjoy getting the yearbook from those years and browsing through them, reading the different comments that the students made then to try to get a feel for the class, especially the last wills and testaments. They reveal a lot about your class, and without a doubt, and I do mean this in a positive way, your class was definitely full of character and definitely full of life. I would like to say that regardless of the decade, kids pretty much are the same, and kids pretty much think the same. And I would like to read you a couple of their last wills and testaments, and I hope you're ready for this. And I know we can all relate to this. For example, I, Beulah Davis, will my new latex girdle to Ann Ruffner. Some things have changed a little bit, right, girls? And I, Tom Baldwin, will this whole lousy school to the termites. Although some things have changed, there's others that have not. And here's one more. I, Virginia Kuhn, will my Norton workbooks to any junior who moves to Norton. At least now we're able to afford our own workbooks, so some things have changed. That year, 115 students graduated. Their class motto was, "Too low they build, who build beneath the stars." The class flower was a white rose. Their school colors were blue and gold. And the principal that year was O.J. Work. There are also a few members of the class of 1948, present today, that have some relatives in today's graduating class. And as I call your names, would you please stand? Would Jane Libert Williams please stand? And grandnephew Sean Hovey please stand? Thank you. Give a round of applause. Would Mervyn D. Kilmer please stand? And niece Nikki Few please stand? Would Nina Gardner Shook please stand? And granddaughter Jennifer Shook please stand? Would Joanna Hahn Chobin please stand? And nephew Jason Zembrennan please stand? And finally, would Wanda Easterday Smith please stand? Niece Lori Goltz, nephew Troy Grindle, and nephew Bart Becker please stand? Class of 48, you certainly look great to me. Would you all please stand for one round of applause? Now, as we approach the moment you've been waiting for, I would ask members of the audience to please respect this great moment for your loved ones. Please refrain from throwing things and applauding or yelling as each student's name is called and they get their diplomas. We want to be able to hear each and every student's name, and we want to make sure they are properly recognized and without interruption or without embarrassment. Would the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Parsons, please come forward? Mr. Parsons, I would like to present to you today a class we are all very proud of and a class that is very talented. A class that has served as a great role model for our students in school and left a legacy for others to follow. It is a class that I personally took great pleasure in, watching them grow and develop into fine young men and women. Mr. Parsons, I can assure you that each and every one of these students has met the graduation requirements set forth by our Board of Education and the state of Ohio. I now present to you the class of 1998.
Thank you. To the class of 1948, thank you for enriching our world and making our community and country a better place. I know several of you personally, and I know that you have enriched the lives of those around you by helping them achieve at a university, helping them achieve within their own families, and I appreciate it very much. And I'm confident that the class of 1998, 50 years from today, that many of you will return to your hometown and have someone stand on stage and say, thank you for making our world a better place. It is with great pleasure that I accept you as the graduating class of 1998, because you have completed all of the requirements of the state of Ohio, as well as the Wadsworth City Board of Education. I now ask you to prepare to receive your diplomas. Congratulations.
And then we have to watch the cord coming up.
Where are you going?
Shelley Renee Cunningham. Diana Jill Parker. Douglas Andrew Blank. Nathaniel Ross Anderson. Emily Jessica Anglin. Christina Maria Bagby. Matthew Scott Blend. Kylan Matthew Blythen. Aaron Dawn Borgman. Jason Michael Bruce. Christina Michelle Cottrell. Joshua Lee Kramer. Kenneth Russell Ferguson. Douglas F. Fries. Carrie Elizabeth Fuller. Kristen Dawn Gibson. Eric Christopher Goals. Jeremy Todd Grigalunas. Courtney Ann Grubb. Michael Allen Hackenberg. Mary Catherine Hansey. John Patrick Hegarty. Yasko Hana. Aaron C. Howell. Andrew F. Hudak IV. Julie F. Jordan. May Therese Kilker. Erin Krista Lang. Anne Marie Lederer. Paul J. Lee. Jason Elliott Lopp. Elizabeth Marie Maybaugh. James Michael Malone, Jr. Melissa Sue McKenzie. Jessica Marie Morgan. Wendy Michelle Oram. Rebecca Ann Osbold. Jennifer Lynn Pack. Charles Stevenson Parsons. Jayesh Kishore Patel. Emily K. Peacock. Kelly Denise Purdon. Brandon Philip Rastock. Michael J. Reynolds. Sarah Marie Riccardi. Brian R. Roach. Catherine Ansley Rule. Jennifer Ann Sand. Stephanie Marie Schofter. Mark Robert Schoonover. Amy Elizabeth Schurance. Hillary Jane Siffert. Jennifer Lynn Slinger. Laura Diane Sonnenstein. Sarah Omega Strong. Cynthia Marie Swartz. Russell Wayne Valentine. Lauren Elizabeth Walker. Adam Charles Watkins. Michael Thomas Weldon. Jacob Paul Williams. Nicholas Scott Williams. Deborah Sue Young. Tammy Lynn Young. Miko Ascari Oyala, Tiago F. Oliveira, Adam R. Anderson, Michael N. Antel, Selena K. Barnfather, Bart Andrew Becker, Mark Edgar Badillion, Elizabeth Rachel Beham, Thomas Brian Bella, Nicholas C. Bennett, Jennifer A. Bettis, Jennifer Elizabeth Birch, Stephanie Denise Bird, Carrie Michelle Blake, Lisa Marie Blatter, Robert Allen Bluebaugh, Jacqueline Marie Boyven, Sarah J. Book, Charity Boyle Wheeler, Erin Jane Brady, Angela K. Briding, Crystal E. Brooks, James M. Burrows, Chad Edward Booterbaugh, Kevin James Bucks, Brian Thomas Kavanaugh, Matthew Stephen Chase, Johnny H. Choi, Christy J. Clark, Jean-Paul Colo, Deneen K. Copeland, Nathan Kenneth Cunningham, John Everett Cyrus, Ryan E. Dean, Kenneth R. Delnos, Christina D. Charnays, Joshua Warren Douglas, Andrew William Dutt, Krista Louise Eads, Greg Richard Eddy, Rochelle Lynn Edge, Douglas Paul Edwards, Brandy Lynn Esposito,
Ryan David Fairbanks, Adam Edward Farver, Charles J. Farnsworth, Renee Meredith Felix. Nicole Renee Few. Jennifer S. Fick. David Lee Fletcher. Andrew John Flieger. Todd Michael Floyd. Nicole Lynn Forcone. Angela V. Formaz. Steve C. Fox. Matthew W. Garner. Lori Darlene Goals. Garrett Nathan Grahovic. Jared V. Grimm.
Hey, thank you.
Troy Michael Grindle. Laura Lee Gross. Matthew R. Groover. Matthew John Halstead. Bethany Marie Harpster. Sean Christopher Harris. Catherine Marie Hartman. Levi Justin Henniger. Timothy A. Henthorn. Tracy Lynn Harold. Michael L. Harita Jr. Edward Albert Higgins II. Matthew Edward Higgy. Misty Dawn Hill. Brian John Hockensmith. James Holcomb. Danielle F. Hollingsworth. Leah Renee Holloway. Sean William Holvey. Jacqueline Ann Hone. Maria K. Hoover. Danny Marie House. Shante Michelle Huff. James F. Hunt, Jr. Brittany Jean Hutchins. Lorana Louise Feeman Hutchins. Samantha Regina Hutchins. Amanda Lynn Jenkins. Jacob Lee Jenkins. Crystal Marie Jenkins. Natalie Y. Jones. Kara A. Judy. Carolyn Marie Kelly. Justin L. Kennel. Elizabeth Lynn Kirshner. Elizabeth Ann Kinney. Daniel Brian Kishwanis. Stephen D. Lang. Brooke A. Leatherman. Seth R. Leedy. Nicole S. Leitner.
Christopher Neal Long. Thomas E. Longnecker. Joseph John Lowther. Cheyenne J. Lukasik. Bradley John Lyle. Crystal Dawn Lyons. Angela Marie Madden. Kevin Maher. Stephanie M. Marr. Kathleen Marr. Megan Laurel Marin. Nicholas Patrick Martin. Mindy Ann McCreary. Stacy Louise McCork. Chelsea Lindsay McKnight. Brooke Marie McVeigh. Christian McGarry. Jacqueline Ann Merrick. Corey Brian Mesner. Brandon Scott Miller. Jacqueline Suzanne Miller. Whitney Brooke Miller. Carrie Elizabeth Montgomery. Jarrett Morrison. Angela M. Muma. Miranda Sue Nixon. Ryan Michael Norman. Jared W. Norton. Kyle A. Obendorf. Melanie Louise Olson. Jeremy Albert Pace. Ryan Tyler Park. Garland Carl Parsons III. Nicole Ann Patton. Bradley C. Pavlik. Amanda Renee Peace. Jesse Ray Purty. Brad Thomas Phillips. Brooke Nicole Picton. John Paul Porchowski. Bradley Anthony Prisuto. Jeffrey W. Pridemore. Nicole Louise Pridemore. Sean Prochi. Matthew Charles Ray. Jamie Lee Reeder. Megan Lynn Riding. Daniel James Risco. Eric M. Ritz. Brian E. Rooks. Rebecca Lynn Rooks. Stephanie Marie Rooks. Brian K. Rudolph. Heaven D. Rutan. Kenneth D. Reddig.
Justin James Sandy. Benjamin Joseph Savage. Allison Melise Stuka. Corey Lynn Scott. Zachary Joseph Scuderi. Krista Louise Sell. Erin Rochelle Shank. John T. Shelton. Jennifer Melissa Shook. James Travis Short. Craig Richard Simmons. David Allen Simonton. Kelly R. Singleton. Sarah Beth Singleton. Kristen K. Skiba. Jeremiah Paul Sloda. Michael Joseph Xavier Smykowski. Amanda Jacqueline Smith. Melissa K. Smith. David Martin Snyder, Jr. Valerie Lynn Santos. Gina Angelina Soto. Marissa Lee Soto. William Glenn Springer. Douglas R. Stopper. Nicholas M. Staler. Beth Ann Steverding. Matthew Philip Stone. Brian J. Storm. Nicole Marie Stuckel. Elizabeth Lacey Talcott. Philip Jean Taylor, Jr. Tiffany Kara Toma. Rachel Ann Ty. Peter John Van Kooten II. Megan Lee Van Steenkist. Jonathan M. Vugis. Michael Robert Wagar. Robert D. Walker, Jr. Curtis Loman Wallace. Peter Wang. Justin Brooks Ware. David M. Warner. Lisa Marie Warner. Jason Thomas Weir. Lori Welsh. Sean M. Warner. Brian Wheeler. Daniel Marcus Whipple. Araya Autumn White. Ted Anthony Whiteside. Bradley A. Wiles. Christy Joy Williams. Kimberly Ann Williams. Frank A. Wise. Brian David Wood. Rebecca Ann Workman. Christina Renee Yanayan. Cynthia Renee Yanayan, who was talking. Scott Michael Yarman. Erin Nicole Yasko. Carrie Ann Zigafus. Aaron John Xerax. Lindsay Tina Zufmiak. Jason Sean Zambrana.
Okay, before Shelley dismisses the class of '98, I would like those in the back to make sure the doorways are clear. Please clear the entrances so that we can properly dismiss to the commons. And please, I ask members of the audience not to stop students in the foyer there and take pictures until they get into the commons and everyone has an opportunity to exit the gym. Also, for parents and friends, the courtyard is decorated. If you want to take some formal pictures, it's set up out there, or you're welcome to come back in and take pictures in front of the stage. Thank you.
Please rise. Congratulations, class of 1998.